figured it out on my own. It may not be right, but she said, y'all are a forgiving crowd, so we'll see how this goes. And we were working on this right up until just a little while ago, so we'll see how this works. This is the tale of Mr. Morton. Mr. Morton is who? Mr. Morton is the subject of our tale, and what the predicate says, Mr. Morton must do. Mr. Morton walked down the street. Mr. Morton walked. Mr. Morton talked to his cat. Mr. Morton talked. Hello, cat, you look good. Mr. Morton was lonely. Mr. Morton was. Mr. Morton is the subject of the sentence, and what the predicate says he does. Mr. Morton knew just one girl. Mr. Morton knew. Mr. Morton grew flowers for Pearl. Mr. Morton grew. Mr. Morton was very shy. Mr. Morton was. Mr. Morton is the subject of the sentence, and what the predicate says he does. The subject is a noun, that's the person, place, or thing. It's who or what the sentence is about. And the predicate's the verb, that's the action word that gets the subject up and now. Mr. Morton wrote Pearl a poem. Mr. Morton wrote. Pearl replied in the afternoon. Pearl replied by note. Mr. Morton was very nervous. Mr. Morton was. Mr. Morton is the subject of the sentence, and what the predicate says he does. The cat stretched, the sun beat down, a neighbor chased his kid. Come here, kid. Each sentence is completed when you know what the subject did. Mr. Morton knocked on her door. Mr. Morton knocked. Mr. Morton sat on her porch. Yes, he sat there and rocked. Mr. Morton was a nervous man. When he opened up the door, when she opened up the door, he ran. Mr. Morton climbed up his stairs. Mr. Morton climbed. Mr. Morton rhymed pretty words. Mr. Morton rhymed. Mr. Morton was lonely. Mr. Morton was. Until Pearl showed up with a single rose. Who says women can't propose? Now Mr. Morton is happy. Pearl and the cat are too. They're the subject of the sentence, and what the predicate says, they do.
Descending softly through the ether, we'll wonder where are they from, and are they good or evil or neither? And with our mouths open wide, they invite us inside and they tell us, wow, wow, we flew here from Arcturus to you, and we say, wow, they seem so wise as we stare into their golden eyes, their golden eyes, and they say, wow, wow, come and learn all the things we can do for you. I sang this for my wife back in Austin last night. She liked it. This is an old Ink Spot song, actually. It's called If I Didn't Care. If I didn't care more than words can say, if I didn't care, would I feel this way? And if this isn't love, then why do I thrill? And what makes my head go round and round while my heart stands still? If I didn't care, would it be the same? Would my every prayer begin and end with just your name? And would I be sure that this is love beyond compare? Would all this be true if I didn't care for you? If I didn't care, would my every prayer begin and end with just your name? And would I be sure that this is love beyond compare? Would all this be true if I didn't care for you?
If I die young, bury me in satin, lay me down on a bed of roses, sink me in the river at dawn, send me away with the words of a love song. Oh, 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 oh. Lord, make me a rainbow, I'll shine down on my mother, she'll know I'm safe with you. What I never did is done. A penny for my thoughts, so no, I'll send them for $1. They're worth so much more after I'm a goner, and maybe then you'll hear the words I've been singing. Funny when you're dead how people start listening. Roses eyes.